Hello, stock market enthusiasts. Welcome to the very first episode of our brand new weekly global market update series, your go to source for the latest in stocks, currency, and commodity markets across the world's biggest economies. We are kicking off with some exciting news from Asia. India has officially become the world's fourth largest economy with a nominal GDP of approximately 4.187 trillion, surpassing Japan, whose GDP stands at about 4.129 trillion. But that's not all. In the United States, Elon Musk has concluded his term with Department of Government Efficiency. We always call that as DOG, a role he held under President Trump's administration. We will discuss the implications of his departure on the markets and what it means for the future of DOG. Stay tuned as we break down these developments and more in today's episode. Hi, this is Prabhanjan Rao from Elysian Investment Advisory. I'm a qualified chartered accountant and cost and management accountant from India, over 2 decades of investment experience. We are a SEBI registered investment advisory providing curated solutions to long-term wealth creation, financial planning, retirement planning, and last but not the least, estate planning. So let's start right here at home with the key market developments in India before moving on to the United States, China, and Germany. Let's get started. Let's delve into the corporate specific news in India. Starlink's entry. Elon Musk's satellite internet service Starlink is set to launch in India within the next year, offering a speeds of about 700 Gbps at a starting price of 850 per month. Interesting, is it? Shares of Infosys surged by up to 2.3%, reaching 1,609 per share as investors aimed to buy the stock before ex-dividend date on May 30th. The company announced a final dividend of Rs 22 per share. Shapurji Palonji Group secured a 298 billion rupees, that is roughly about $3.5 billion, zero coupon bond from global investors, offering a steep 19.75% yield. Can you imagine this? The bond matures in 3 years without interim interest payments. Now let's understand the stock market performance. Sensex closed at 81,633 on May 29th, up by 320 points, and Nifty 50 ended at 24,833.60, gaining 81 points. The market opened flat on May 30th, which is on Friday, amidst global trade worries and anticipation of domestic GDP data. Let's get into the currency market. The Indian rupee is expected to open stronger following a decline in the US dollar. The 1-month non-deliverable forward suggests an opening range of 85.36 to 85.4 compared to the previous close of 85.5. Commodity market update. Commodity markets remained steady with no significant changes reported during the week. Please do subscribe to our channel, like and share the content. Now let's get on to the global news. As discussed earlier, in this section, we will be discussing about the same topics with respect to United States, China, and Germany, as these are the world's largest economies. Now let's get on to United States. Trump's tariff policy reversal. The US Court of International Trade ruled that former President Trump's tariffs were unconstitutional. However, a federal appellate court temporarily reinstated them pending the appeal, causing market volatility and potential Supreme Court involvement. Elon Musk's departure from the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE) marks a significant shift. During his tenure, Musk claimed to have driven reforms that could have saved the US government over $100 billion, though some estimates suggest that these savings may be overstated. His exit raises questions about the continuity of these initiatives and whether the projected savings will fully materialize. For the markets, this creates some uncertainty, especially in sectors linked to the government spending and efficiency programs. As for DOGE, the acronym for the government body Musk was involved with not the cryptocurrency. The future direction depends on the incoming leadership's ability to maintain momentum on cost-saving reforms. Meanwhile, the Dogecoin cryptocurrency saw mixed reactions earlier during Musk's involvement, but remained largely influenced by broader crypto market trends rather than the government policy. Now, let's get on to the inflation data. Markets are anticipating the release of personal communication expenditure, which we typically call it as PCE index. The Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge expected to show an annual increase of 2.1% and 2.5%, which is a core inflation. Corporate earnings. Nvidia's strong earnings report led to a 3.3% stock surge, influencing the tech sector positively. Let's understand the stock market performance in US. S&P 500 closed at 5,912 points, which is up 0.4% on May 29th. Dow Jones ended at 42,215.73, gaining a 0.3%. Nasdaq Composite finished at 19,175 points, up 0.4%. Not a significant move. Now, let's understand the currency market. The US dollar index declined from an intraday high of 100.48 to 99.3 following the court's decision on tariffs. The dollar index less than 99 is very crucial and very good for the emerging markets, including India. Now, let's get on to the commodity market. Natural gas prices remained stable with expectations of increased LNG exports in 2025, potentially tightening domestic supply. Now let's get on to the second largest economy, China. Stock market performance. The Shanghai Composite Index closed at 3,358.81 on May 30th, down 0.14% from the previous close. Let's understand the currency market. The Chinese yuan remained relatively stable against the US dollar with minor fluctuations influenced by global trade tensions. How did the commodity markets fare? China imposed a 10 to 15% tariffs on US meat and agricultural products in response to US tariffs affecting commodity trade flows. Now, let's get on to the third largest economy, which is Germany. Now, let's understand what happened in Germany during the last week. Getting into the stock market performance, the DAX index increased by 20.36% since the beginning of 2025, reflecting investors' confidence. Astronomical, is it? When no country has showed such returns, Germany has shown 20.36% return in the first during 2025. Economics expect that German retail sales rise by 0.25% month on month in April, indicating potential economic momentum. Dear stock market enthusiasts, we have covered what happened last week in the four largest economies of the world. We also increased our scope covering the currency market, the stock markets, and the commodity markets. So friends, do let us know in the comment section what did you like about this, and also mention us in what areas we have to improve. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment. Have a super Elysian day.